Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this GreBear 17.3-inch 240Hz portable gaming monitor. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon. And if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So the response time on this is 5 milliseconds. Resolution is 1920 by 1080. It's an IPS display. It's VESA mountable. Let me pull the plastic off here. So here's some specs. You can pause and read through those. This has two 1-watt speakers and LED lights. So let's get it out of the box here. Here's the manual. So you can connect speakers to the headphone port on it. You power this with USB Type-C. Then it has a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable that you can plug into a display. So you can hook this up to an iPad, tablet, laptop. It also has a mini HDMI to HDMI connector. So you can hook it up to a DVD, Blu-ray player, computer, or other device. So this shows the different ways you can hook it up. So this could be powered by some computers, but they do recommend plugging the monitor into a wall outlet when you need more power. And you can do that with HDMI or USB Type-C. So with USB Type-C, it would pass through power and display. If using HDMI, you'd use an HDMI and a separate USB cable. Now you can hook this up to DisplayPort. You do need an adapter for that. And you could also connect this up to gaming systems like the PlayStation or Xbox. So this talks about how to connect it up to a switch. You can plug the switch into the monitor and then plug the monitor in with the switch power supply. It's a similar connection to hook up an Android phone. Now if you want to hook up an iPhone, you need a Lightning to HDMI adapter. So here's a list of PCs and other devices and Android phones it's compatible with, but I don't know if that's even an exhaustive list. So this does come with a cover and you can adjust the angle on the cover. It has on-screen menu for adjusting the features of the monitor. And we have some troubleshooting. Let's get this out. So here's the monitor, and then we have a bunch of cables. So I'm going to push that to the side, and we'll look at this. And this has a cool kind of gamer look to it. So it looks like this is attached with some screws here. So you can take those out if you want to use a VESA mount with it. And then the LED lights are here. This looks like a back button, menu button, and that menu button goes up or down and presses in. We have headphone jack. On the other side, we have the two USB Type-C ports and the mini HDMI port. So this fits in these grooves. So this is very similar to a tablet that has a cover. So we can adjust the different angles here. Pull out these cables. So this comes with two USB cables. And there's a distinction between them. This one had a little sticker on it. It says this wire is only used for the power supply. So here we have the power supply. So this outputs 5 volts at 3 amps and has USB Type-C interface. So I'll plug that in. And this is going to supply power. And then the other cable is silver and this will supply power and video. So I'm going to plug that into the bottom port. You can see the monitor turned on. Now I'll plug the other cable in and I'll plug that into the switch. Oh yeah, and it will need more power for that. So per the recommendations in the instructions, I'm going to switch over to the Nintendo power supply. So it doesn't show it's charging, although the battery is full, so that could be it. So here I have a game up. Now let's look at some of the settings. Now on the menu button, if I press down, it's going to change one thing. So that's the volume. So you want to start by pressing down, even if you want to turn the volume up, and then you can adjust the volume. Now if I press up, it will change the brightness. So brightness is currently at 80. This is 100. Let's see how low it goes. And this is 1 or 2. I don't know if the backlight's even still on. It's pretty dim. So now we can go into the menu setting by pressing in on the menu. And here we have traditional menu options you would typically see on a monitor. So we can change the brightness, contrast, eco mode. So if you want to turn FreeSync on, you can do that here. Also has HDR mode here. So to select, you press in on the button and then press up and down to navigate. Of course, we can also hook this up to a computer, so I'll do that next. So I'll unplug the switch. I'll pull out the HDMI cable. And I'll plug the mini HDMI into the side of the monitor, and I'll switch back to the power supply that came with the monitor too. So here I have my 2015 MacBook Pro. I'll plug into it. I didn't have the power plugged in all the way. And that's something I found with USB Type-C. If you're having a connection issue, make sure you have the power plugged in all the way. So I can go into the display control panel and I can configure the displays. So now I've extended the display. So you could also mirror the display. This would be great for doing sales presentations. You could point this towards your customers. You could have this facing you. You could use this to control a slideshow or show someone sales numbers or something. And that way you don't have to turn your laptop around all the time. You can just have a display for your audience. So let me pull a video up here. Now the audio is on my laptop. I can go to my sound and switch it over to the monitor. And that looks and sounds very nice. Now I did want to show that this can plug directly into my Mac Studio's Thunderbolt port and display video. Now the brightness is very low when using it in this mode. Here it's at 11. If I turn this up too much, it will cut out because it's drawing too much power from the Mac Studio. So if you want that full brightness, you still want to hook up an external power supply. But it does technically work with no power supply. And here's a look at the RGB lights in the back. It just has a little RGB animation. So if you're playing in a dark room, that'd give you a really cool look. So that's the GreBear 17.3-inch portable gaming monitor. I find portable monitors to be very versatile. They take very little power. You can even power these with a large power bank or a portable power station. So these would be good for portable gaming. You could even mount this in the back of a vehicle. You could use these for sales presentations, entertainment. This could be good for trade show booths, to have a slideshow presentation or a video playing. I like that it comes with this cover stand. So it has a solution out of the box to present this to people, but then if you want to up your game a little bit, you can put it on a mount and integrate it with another display, or like I say, mount it in a car or something. Now, if there's one downside I've found of this and other portable displays is that the wires do stick out the side. Now you can get wires that will do 90-degree turns or even 180-degree turns, so you could tuck these in with some different cabling solutions if you want. Of course, that all depends on your application if that's going to be bothersome or not. But I understand why they did that, because if they added them in the back, then it would make it thicker, and these are very thin monitors, which I really do like. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.